I think this is okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah. So my name is Banda Shaka. My other name is Michael. I don't like using the name. Yeah, that's a better angle, brother. Just keep it on that. I don't like to use the name Michael, but well, it's my name. And I grew up in Kabale. The people in Kabale call me Michael. So when I meet somebody and they say, hey Michael, I say, oh, all of names. Yeah, but otherwise, I like to call myself Shaka. Richard Shaka, for those of you who know him, he's quite popular around here. He's my brother. Yeah. And so I'm from the Rotary Club of Upright City. Upright City is in Bwebanja. I don't know if you've heard about Upright. Our club is a premium club. It's really awesome. We have like, I don't know how many PHFs, although I'm not yet there. And I'm the PR of my club. Yeah, so I work as an industrialist. I'm in the cottage industry. I make cosmetics, natural cosmetics using shea butter based cosmetics, targeting people who just want to glow, and then those that also would like to manage dark spots and pimples while using products that do not have chemicals in them. That's the promise we have, because most of our women, when they use products, end up using chemical-added products which really mess them up. So we come with a solution of using natural products. Yeah, I also am a technologist with Code Impact. We run coding clubs and digital animation clubs in schools, in primary schools in Kampala, with a view of imparting technology skills on the young children so that they can grow up to employ themselves or to become seriously employed. Technology is one of those areas where it's very easy to find a job or to create a job, especially in Uganda where employment is terrible. I also call myself an energy scientist, not because of oil or petrol, what. No, an energy scientist, human energy. Yeah. Human beings are energy systems. We are energy systems. Our hearts, our brains, and everything works on energy. And when you learn how to optimize that energy, you also learn how to optimize your life. So I'm an energy scientist in the sense that my body is the laboratory and I am the scientist. And every time I take it out there and test it and tweak it until I can optimize it so that I can live the best life possible. Yeah. So that's the introduction. I was just repeating it. Yeah. Okay. I wish to speak and then most especially deal with questions. So I think because when I speak I tend to go on forever. So feel free to tell me what's. Yeah. I'm here to talk to you about mental health. I'm here to talk to you about mental health because that's my work with the Rotary Club of Upright City. I am the walking Rotarian, working for mental health awareness. And mental health is a big issue for the Rotary International President right now, Gordon McKinley. His brother actually committed suicide from depression. And he took it personally, felt that he had to encourage Rotarians from all over the world to apply their networks, their energy, their expertise to helping promote mental health awareness and mental health wellness in their communities. So as part of the Rotary Club of Upright City, which is headed by Hope Creator President Paul Subuga, we decided that I could go all over the country on foot, speaking to Rotarians and Rotaractors about mental health awareness. The reason being that we have a big challenge in Uganda. Uganda, they said 5 out of 10 people have mental health issues. So Uganda is urbanizing very quickly. All the different towns are booming. People are moving from the rural areas into the urban areas. There's so much pressure on everyone, be it in education, be it in marriage, be it in business. And right now we have a crisis in our country where we find, like I say, 6 out of 10 people with mental health issues. The biggest mental health issues being anxiety and depression. So when you're talking about mental health issues, you may tend to think of someone in Rotaractors who's running mad throwing stones. But actually what we're talking about is you and me who are dealing with depression and are dealing with anxiety, and we are functional in our offices, in our churches, in our families, but we are suffering. Those are the ones that I'm dealing with. Of course, there is also interest in these issues of psychosis like schizophrenia or bipolar or mania, whatever it is. But right now, the real issue is you and I that are walking, seeming normal, but we're actually depressed and we are anxious. Those are the big issues in Uganda, and it is a conversation that is not being had, that we feel should be had. Yeah, that's why we do something extraordinary, like walking long miles to attract attention, and then use that platform to speak about something that is very, very important. So I am going to speak about this based on my lived experience. Not like the preacher who's just going to tell you things and you go and do it, he's also not practicing. He's just a messenger. Yeah, so me, I'm speaking as someone from a lived experience. 2 years ago, I was 90 kilograms. First of all, I am 46 years, going to be 47. Yeah. At this time in our life in Uganda is the time when we get diagnosed with non-communicable diseases. What's pressure? Yeah, pressure, diabetes, all these things, cancer, all these things come to us at this age because we've probably been in the workplace for the last, 20-something years, 30 years, and usually there are years of frustration, unmet goals, broken families, crazy work schedules, which have really burdened our bodies to an extent that we end up with funny diseases. These so-called preventable diseases. They call them preventable diseases because they do not have to happen. They are preventable. Yeah. So 2 years ago, I was 90 kilograms on my way. I think my blood pressure was already going up. Obviously, if the blood pressure is going up, very soon you're going to be having diabetes, and very soon you're having conversations about prostate cancer because it's Ugandan, African men, black people are expected to suffer from prostate cancer. The idea among people is that actually as a man what you need to do is to save money so that in future you are able to go to India for treatment. So it's not a case of if you are going to get prostate cancer, it is when you are going to get prostate cancer. So you find people conversing in groups as men and saying, hey, when I'm going to India, I'm not going to ask people for money. Hey, me, I'm saving, I have my money. When I'm going to India, I don't want to be asking. So people are planning for India. Why? Because it's like they expect to be sick. The mindset, yeah. So there I was, 90 kilograms, drinking every day. And by Ugandan standards, I was not drinking like, hey, you man, I'm such a drunkard. I was a functional drinker in the sense that I was drinking a quarter of Gilbey's every day. That's a quarter of a liter. That scientifically, that's absolutely irresponsible. But in Uganda, that's hello. You're not drinking, bro. Yeah. like you're disciplined. Yeah. So sometimes I would end up doing half a liter when the Kabale is nice. End up doing half a liter, but mainly it was quarter. But every day. I was also a weed smoker. I discovered weed at the age of 39 years old. I fell in love with it, and I smoked weed for 5 years, because I actually stopped smoking weed last year. Yeah, I stopped smoking weed last year. So I was a weed smoker, alcohol drinker, overweight man, heading in a terrible direction. My mind was that of frustration, I was constantly competing with other people in my mind, comparing myself with other people. I was feeling like a failure. My marriage was in shambles. Yeah, I had really effed up big time in my marriage, and I had never actually mended the walls with my wife. And I've been with my wife for 2001. Since 2001. We just got married in 2004, but since 2001 she was living with me. Yeah. And it was a terrible time for her. Well, that's what I can tell you. Yeah. So I was that kind of man. So yeah, like I was telling you, Emma, I always desired to make a difference. I always wanted to be different. I always wanted to live a good life, an elite life. And when lockdown started, I had time with myself, and I started to listen to Sadhguru, the Indian sage. And then, of course, I landed on Elitom, another guy called Elitom. I'm going to share his video with you guys so you can look at it on your WhatsApp. Yeah, but anyway, the message from Elitom was a health message. It was a health message. I always had a problem with religiosity. This idea of spooky angels with wings and voices speaking to you and places that you go to when you die, it never really resonated with me as far as bettering my life is concerned. Like I was always really a rebel when it came to that kind of life. But when I found someone who was speaking spirituality but in science, through a science lens, I caught on. It really caught me on. I fell in love with Elitom, and I was able to actually, because of lockdown, spend, I think, half of my day listening to his videos. I'll share, Elitom with you. Please check out his videos, listen to the guy with an open mind, and see. So, how did Elitom's message change this man? I didn't think in my life that when I would be thinking about how long I was going to live, I would be thinking about maybe 65, 70, 65, yeah. But now when I think about my life, I'm looking at 120. Yeah, I'm looking at 120. Strong. In my life, I do not think I'll go to a hospital. Because when I look at hospitals, they are not in my frame of mind. I don't expect to get sick. For the last 2 years, 3 years, I've not even had a headache. Not even a flu. When, hey, Seneca is around these days, people are coughing. What's that? No malaria, no nothing. I don't expect it just because of the things that I'm going to tell you about that I added into my life that have made me live a life that I consider to be an elite life. And when I talk of an elite life, I'm talking a life of an elite athlete with serious discipline and freedom within that discipline. So I'm not talking about money, but baby money will also come. Because there's no reason why a well-tended garden cannot grow good crops. There's no reason, because I spend my time tending my garden. So maybe even money will come. But I'm talking about a life where you're free. You're free in the sense that you're content with what you have. You do not have any anxieties. You do not have a single strain of depression on you. You're grateful every day, because one of the things that I practice is called gratefulness, where every day before I go to bed I write down 5 things that I'm grateful about. Simple but very powerful. That means I live a life of gratitude on a daily basis. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm in heaven. I don't need anything else. I don't need. If it comes, if you give me that Range Rover, I'll drive it. Yeah. but if it doesn't come, it doesn't matter, because I'm already in heaven. Yeah. So the things that I'm going to tell you that I do have developed my body
but also developed my mind, because the body is the mind and the mind is the body. The way they teach us in school, we try to separate the two, but they are not, they are inseparable. Because your mind, every cell in your body has its own individual mind. Every cell in your body has its mind. And when you combine all the cells of your body, you form your collective mind. So do not think that your mind only resides in your brain. No, even your toes, every single cell in the body has a mind. Yeah. So when you work on your mind, you're really working on your body. That's why, as a walking Rotarian, I say that walking as an exercise should be able to help you fight depression. Because now depression is the mind, but as you lose weight, as you open up your veins and your arteries and the blood keeps flowing, as you release endorphins, those are hormones, happy hormones, and dopamine into your blood, you generally become a happier person, and the conditions that are required for you to become depressed disappear. Depression is a general lack of energy. When someone is depressed, they don't want to get out of bed. They don't want to do anything. That's what depression is. So exercise, and in my case walking, and I like walking because anyone can do walking. When you talk about the gym, not everyone can afford to pay the gym. Some people are intimidated by those machines. Some people go there and see people with good bodies and they feel bad. But walking, you can do it alone. Walking is natural to you because you were born to walk. Actually, your brain is there because it is required to coordinate your walking. Your brain is mainly there for movement. So you are created to walk. That's why when you don't walk, you die. People who don't walk develop clogged veins, and their minds also freeze and they end up becoming depressed. That's why when you were talking about your friend who's supposed to be moving in the office, it's good whether they are moving intensely or not. Movement is what the body is designed to do. So when you move and the energy moves in your body, you become healthier for it, both body and mind. Yeah. So I exercise every day. I exercise every day. Every morning I wake up. That is the number one thing that I do to work on my mental health and my physical health. I exercise every day. Maybe just to give you an idea of the kind of exercises I do, I didn't want to buy a rope because every time I bought a rope and I jumped, it would trip me. I said to hell with the rope, so I jumped a virtual rope. I just jumped as if I had a rope. I have done this since lockdown and it's amazing. So I jump the rope, I do jumping jacks. I do jumping jacks in one sport. I then do exercises we call calisthenics, which is just, push-ups, body weight push-ups. You do push-ups of different variations. I also do squats. I do squats. Yeah, and this I do every day. Every day. There is no Sunday. But I'm not telling you guys that you can also do it every day. I'm just telling you that I've cultivated myself to this level. But where I started from, I was not doing it every day. So when I'm telling you my things, don't say that, your things are too much, I can't manage, so let me not do it. No, you have to start where you are and then build yourself to a stage where I have reached or even further if you want. Yeah, you do not have to do so much for you to get the body to be healthy. Yeah. So, every day I do these exercises, I do my push-ups, everything, and then twice a week I do long walks. I do long walks because for me long walks are a form of, it's like going to the therapist. When I do a long walk, I am alone with myself and my thoughts. I begin to heal. All the traumas that I've experienced in my life from my childhood until now come to the surface. And I face them. I face my demons every time that I'm walking. And whenever you face your demons in your life, you heal. The only way you can heal yourself from the demons of the past is by looking at them straight in the face. Many people are afraid of sitting by themselves. In fact, these phones came and saved us. Because the moment the traumas start coming up, you pick up your phone and you go to TikTok. You make yourself busy and the ends, and you don't face your traumas. So what we need to do is to face our traumas. And when you see them, you just have to see them. And then forgive yourself for them. They melt away. So this is what happens every time I take my long walks. And in fact, if it wasn't for the long walks, I would not have left smoking weed because I rather enjoy it. I found it very enjoyable, gave me nice thoughts. Really, I liked it. But it is through those long walks, actually, the day that I left smoking weed, I walked to Katuna and back 46 kilometers. When I reached home, I had bought from my weed supplier here in Kabale. I had my stash for 10K. Many joints. I grabbed them, I threw them in the latrine. I said, stand now. It's been a year since. Yeah. But I was able to heal through that, analyze what is this week doing to me, the kind of life that I would like to live, the kind of elite life that I would like to live, the way I would like to optimize. If I would like to optimize my life, the most important thing best gift I can give myself, I'm talking again and again. The best gift that I can give myself is mental clarity. The moment you have clear perception of the world around you, you're able to make super decisions and have a better life. So I wanted to optimize my life by making my mind as clear as possible. So I was able to stop weed, but through that contemplation, I got it on those long walks. And those long walks have really helped me with a lot of stuff. In fact, one of the long walks I finished, after that I called my wife and I sat her down. I said, I would like to apologize. She was like, huh? Yeah, I want to apologize. I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for this. She started crying. But I knew that she was crying because she was healing, and probably she could not believe that I could say sorry as a kind of person. But, so walking has saved my life, in other words. Another thing that I did, or that I do, is fasting. Yeah, so fasting, the first time I had Ellington recommending it, I was like, this guy is joking, man. I can't go without food. He's joking. Yeah, but fasting is something that you enter slowly because our bodies are designed to work in cycles and habits. So if you eat at 8, the stomach starts producing acid at 8, the hormone for hunger, ghrelin, is produced. You start getting uncomfortable. Some people can even get dizzy. Why? Because this is how you've trained your body. So you can change the program of your body because we're like computers, we work on software. So you can download the new software into the body slowly, let me emphasize that, to a point that you change your eating habits. So there's intermittent fasting, you can eat 2 times a day, or there is also an intermittent fasting where you can eat 1 meal a day. Some people sometimes go like, maybe once every 3 months, they go 3 days without food. And going 3 days without food is a gift you can give to your body. You can do your own research. There is something called autophagy. All the cancers in your body, all the fats from all the pork you have been eating that are clogging your veins, going to cause you a heart attack or whatever it is, all those, they melt. The tumors are eaten up by your body on day number 3. No, not day number 3, hour 36. From hour 36 going forward with no food in your stomach, you start to eat up all the junk in your body. So if you do a 3-day fast maybe even if it is once a year, it is a gift you have given yourself. But you can build up this momentum by maybe deciding, you know what, I will not have breakfast. I'll start to eat at 2 or 1, and I will finish eating at 6. As soon as the sun goes down, I'm not putting anything in my mouth. That, of course, becomes a problem for when you are drinking, when you're a beer drinker. Because in the evening is when people drink the beer, and it goes with chinyama. So, you have to make decisions. Life is short. You have to think about some of these things. But fasting is very, very important because fasting resets your body. It's also a mind game because when you are fasting, you are learning how to manage your mind, and you're also learning how to manage your emotions and learning how to manage your body. Because the body is demanding, the emotions are demanding, but as you manage to tame that body and keep it down, then you are able to achieve a lot of things as far as your life is concerned. Another thing I do is meditation. Have you guys heard about meditation? Have you heard about meditation? You meditate?
Yes.
Oh, that's so dope. Don't stop. Don't stop, girl. Yeah, meditation is it's like the answer for everything, right? Yeah. Yeah. Please, guys, learn how to meditate. There is a problem that most, especially Christianity, associates meditation with devil worship. Like, I don't know why our Christian leaders don't want us to meditate. Because meditation turns you from an ordinary person to an extraordinary person. It makes you stronger as a human being. Why would they tell us to avoid it? Are they interested in keeping us weak? I don't know. But the moment you start to meditate, your life changes. I don't even know I don't know, we don't have time to talk about this, but if you're really interested, please, I encourage you to go to Google or speak to her. Probably share some links and everything. Learn about meditation. When you meditate, whoa. So the most important thing, not most important, but one of the things maybe I can share about meditation is that you learn to realize that your thoughts are not you. Many of us blame ourselves in our lives because we think that our thoughts are us. What we think is us. Because when you're going to meditate, for example, in one, there are many different types of meditations. One of them just requires you to keep quiet and focus on your breath. It's difficult. Something so simple, but very difficult. Because as you're focusing on your breath, all of a sudden you think about the plan that you are supposed to make for somebody. Then this Kabale who is messing you up. Then your dad who is requesting for what? And you're like, come on, I'm trying to meditate. Can you focus? Then, so you realize that you're actually not in control of your mind. That your thoughts, you are not the one controlling your thoughts. And if your thoughts are the ones that control your life, which means you're not in control of your life. So the more you meditate and train your mind to focus on what you want it to do, because your mind is your tool. Your mind and your body are tools for you. Your spirit is using your mind and your body as a tool to navigate this world. I'm sorry, talking forever. Yeah, summarize. So it's your mind and your body are using your mind. Your spirit is using your mind and your body as tools. But now our bodies are using us, and even our minds are using us. So meditation allows you now to get back, to grab the horse and to grab the chariot, and be the one guiding your body and guiding your thoughts. And therefore, you are able to become the captain of your ship. That's just one of the things, one of the myriad benefits of fasting, of rather meditation. Yeah. Lastly, as I told you, I do Qigong. Qigong is a Chinese martial art. It is not a combat martial art. It is an internal martial art. It's beautiful, and it's responsible for making my body and my mind strong. It's also a kind of meditation, but it is called the exercise of immortality and longevity. Yeah, it's so simple. Longevity and immortality. Yeah, it's called Qigong. Qigong. Qi in Chinese is energy. Qi is energy. Gong is exercise. So it's energy exercise. It's so simple. If you're interested, I'll share some links so that you can start to incorporate simple moves in your life that can actually change you into an extraordinary human being. So with those 4 things, Qigong, exercise, meditation, and fasting, I was able to grab my mind and shape my life and lose weight, because I'm now like 62 kilograms from 90. I have no thought of sickness and hospitals I don't even understand. I have no plans to to ever end up in India. I did not even have thoughts of prostate cancer and all this, and I used to have them. Because in my family, we have cancer. I used to have them. I'd be like, oh my God, when is my time? My sister is dead already from cancer. Like, when? And the body listens to the thoughts, and the body acts on your thoughts. So maybe I was on the way to getting this stuff. But I don't think about that. And most especially, I was able to quit weed and have my children, weed and alcohol, and have my children watch me as their father, being an example of a guy who can be beaten, but then rise up in victory through a life that is discipline, freedom within the walls of discipline. Yeah, and I'm very happy that my children saw that, because I wish I'd seen that as a young child. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't stop forever.
Wow. I think this was so great. I didn't want you to stop, but I looked at my watch. It was getting very late. As he started telling us that he would want us to ask questions, I'm sure we have questions.